Yo, what's up, tuners and tunees? It's Nino Brown, this is ZTV. And today, we're going to talk about something a little bit different. The other day, I had the displeasure of being able to watch a white male, Caucasian male, beat a black woman. You know what I'm saying? And this is extremely distasteful, but to me, the bigger issue in watching this video was that there were 3 people across the street who did nothing. And when I say did nothing, I don't mean ran in with the cape on like, hey, stop it, or I'm gonna beat you down, because he was brandishing the weapon. If not only that, first let's talk about the guy. You feel what I'm saying? He's super weak. You know what I'm saying? He's super weak. His masculine energy is out of the roof. And the reason why I say this is because he entered into a situation, an argument with a woman where she tested him, you feel what I'm saying, and he felt threatened. Not only did he feel threatened, he felt threatened enough to pull out a weapon, And not only for it to be worse than that, when she still stepped to him while holding a weapon, as if he felt manly enough with his gun, you know what I'm saying? He beat her, And not only did he beat her closed fist. I mean, he hit her, I'm gonna have the video playing that, look, this is not for the weak at heart. This is like super crazy. He beat her closed fist. This is the kind of weak male or the kind of punk who grow up in a household where they probably more than like he hit his mama. You feel what I'm saying? I just feel like he that type of punk. I feel like he probably watched his pops beat on his parents. And does that give it any justification for mentally how he's wired for what he will do? No. He's just a punk. He that guy that never got the girl that he wanted. Or, he's the guy who got pushed into the locker or whatever. So now that he's older, he's in a place of authority and he goes lift weights every day. And he wants to walk around and look like a man. I feel like we're getting into this era where there's no serious help. Where do we as people in general? Because the people who were on that corner, there was a black guy, you know what I'm saying? And he should be ashamed of himself. I do feel like us as black men who say that we stand for our own and we're here to protect women, I will be with that issue. I do feel like us as black men as a whole should figure out a system where that when this happens to a sister, you feel me, that we step in and we be able to either alert the authorities or we be able to make it where there should be a fear in something like this happening. And I do feel like it's my just due to really talk about this. There's a bunch of issues that I should have been spoken on. But my wife watches a bunch of videos and I'm hearing a lot of different ways that this is playing out. I feel like media now has dehumanized us. It's took it from where our first reaction to it is that we should call or alert the authorities. It's like now you can walk past a burning building and somebody can have a hand out like, help me. And it could be woman, man, whatever. Because it was a white guy there, it was a woman there, and it was a black guy there. No, none of these people did anything. I just feel like we be dehumanized now to the point where it's like, we should videotape this. And if he would have alerted the authorities, then videotape this to say, hey, this is what happened. Fully understand it. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like society now has no education on help. There's nobody who looks at this and says, this is crazy. But I do feel like society as a whole has no clarity on saying, hey, this is wrong. You feel what I'm saying? Where do we as people come together to form some type of society that they say we live in, where even the ones with the Black Lives Matter shirts on step in to say, hey, we're going to take this to Congress. We're going to take this here. We're going to take this there. Because my complexion, my people, we're dying at an alarming rate. And now it's seeming that it's being reflected on our women too. it's bad enough that us as black men, we can't, if we show our masculinity, we should die. If we do anything that's out of the norm, or even if we play the hero, they'll go and display the pictures of us where we got the guns or we got the baggy pants or the hats or even where we from if they can't find that. But I'm just saying, like, when do we sit our children down? And I don't know how old the man was. I don't really know the whole entire story of what went on, but I do know that three onlookers stood back and watched and yelled from afar, and I didn't hear anybody on the phone saying, hey, police, there's this guy here. Nobody screamed. The woman wasn't screaming. Like, everything is normalized now. Like, you see the videos of the world stars, and I've seen the guys get killed on the internet, and, you know, I see the fights every day. Like, it's been dehumanized, and it's being acceptable now that we watch, then we take action. Like, where is the action? I wasn't there. I can't honestly say what I would have done. Had that been my wife, I would have died. Had that been one of my family members, I would have died. Had that been somebody, a loved one to me, I would have died. Had I had watched that from standing afar, I would have called the police. Like, if I didn't feel the action of stepping in and saying, hey, this is wrong, you know, then I would have definitely alerted the authority, you know. But we live in a society now where it's like, hey, mind your business. And if you don't mind your business, record it. And if you don't record it, then, you know, you need to put it in some type of social media where you can run up the likes and you can get paid from it. Do I feel like society now perpetuates something that causes a huge divide within us as people? And I do mean that within the black community, and I do mean that within society. Within society, there's already a divide. And if you feel anything different from that, then holler at me. Give them a comment box and let me know exactly how you feel. Did she have wrongdoings in this? Cool, of course. Did she deserve to get beat, closed fists, have a pistol pulled on her? Hell no. Because we're talking about a 300-pound man, 280, 200 whatever, standing next to a 150-pound black woman. Did she hurt him when she hit him? No. Could he have pushed her off and been like, hey, you need to chill. I got this pistol. I'm calling the police. Word. I just feel like that shit had been taking place. Do I feel like the black guy or the white woman or the other white dude on the side of the street should have ran over there and did something? I can't honestly say that, because we live in a world now that got laws that protect white guys like him, where it's justifiable homicide if you crowd around him. That's your standing ground law. Like, look, do I feel like somebody should have died within this? Had it been with mine? Yes, I do feel like somebody should have died. And I do feel like it should have been him. Do I wish death upon him? No. Do I wish he go to prison? Of course I do. What do you mean? Do I feel like we live in a society now where nobody cares? Of course I do. Do I feel like we've been perpetuated to feel like the black man don't care about a black woman? Of course I do. Do I feel like there's a divide that's going on racially between all of us? Of course I do. Do I feel like society can do more as a people to sit our children down and say, if you ever see somebody in trouble, that you need to alert the authorities? Of course I do. When do we as people look at each other? I ain't talking about looking at race. I ain't talking about looking at nothing else. When do we as people within each other say, man, this is crazy? We grow up in a community where it's okay to watch a group of people fight and record it and think it's cool. And when somebody dies, do nothing about it, talk nothing about it, alert nothing about it, call it snitching when you're a regular class citizen who steps in and helps. You know what I'm saying? We live in a society where it's crazy if you think that you should do something to help someone. You know what I'm saying? Like, we look at people who call out issues as haters. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, right now, I'm a hater. But the major issue in this is there were 3 people standing on the corner out there, and nobody is on their phone. The woman isn't screaming. You know why she isn't screaming? Because she finds it normal. she sounded to be a white woman. You know why she isn't screaming? Because that isn't a white woman over there being beat. She's used to looking at the computer and seeing an elderly black woman being beaten by some young teenage black kids who recorded. You feel what I'm saying? Who find it cool. The only time that I've heard of authorities being able to step in and say somebody's going to jail for this is when it's guns and drugs involved and they call it self-snitching. Like, where are the authorities who step in and say, you're finna be detained for even recording this? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you just as bad. I feel like that's an accessory to the crime. Like, everybody would jump on this bandwagon to defame somebody because it's popular to speak on, and these are heinous crimes that's been going on forever. But when it's a problem at hand and it's right here in front of us and it's huge, you know what I'm saying, monumental, besides a famous person doing something stupid that'll be forgotten tomorrow, nobody sees a major issue with this. Like, now this will be on Facebook today and it'll be off there tomorrow because this will be going on again. Or Lil Ray from down the street, he gonna go shoot his homie, and that'll be the next viral thing. Or it'll be a moment where somebody famous is snorting cocaine, like, as if we should care. You know, like, I feel like we're going into an era where social media kind of dictates what us in life should care about. You know, like, I feel like if it's popular, then it matters. You know, like, and if someone gets hurt and everybody sees it as an issue, then we speak on it, you know. And I just feel like we really don't care until it's someone within our general circle. And I mean family members, best friends, moms, aunts, you know, dads. I don't feel like us as a whole, a society, and especially as a black community, male, female, whatever, you know what I'm saying, racially ambiguous, like light skin, dark skin, whatever. I feel like us as a community don't get together and say, hey, this is wrong, we finna step in, we gonna do something about it. As a whole, do we need leaders? Of course we do. Do we need people to speak on this matter who have more power and be able to, you know, take this to a higher level? Of course we do. I'm not saying for the ones who are doing what I'm doing, who are using the platform to kind of push an agenda where we need to use a microscope on not just the issues that go on within the community, but within ourselves also. I feel like we just need more education as a whole in society to say that this is wrong. But if there's any issues and anybody want to come for me and y'all have any other issues that you like to hear me speak on, because I'm going to try to stay up with current events, and I'll try to touch on other topics that I feel deemed to be necessary to be spoke on, because I see now we live in a world now that there's becoming a divide, and there needs to be some type of balance. That's all I'm here for. I'm just here for balance. I'm not here to wrinkle no feathers. I ain't here to make no waves. I'm not here to say you wrong, and I'm not here to say I'm right. But I am here to give my opinion on what's going on. And do I think we as people need to come together as a society and definitely as a black community? I am with those. You feel me? I ain't gonna pull up the time. You feel me? Like and subscribe. You know, hit them dings so we can get it going. You feel what I'm talking about? But this is Nino Brown with ZTV. You got any comments? Put them in the box. You want to reach out to me? That's ZTVmusic17@gmail.com. So until next time, Zoom. I'm out.